Right. This morning I'm going to do a very quick and basic overview of Simpliscada and some of its features. Right now I'm on the dashboard and currently you can see a graph. Now the great thing about Simpliscada is everything's point and click. There's no programming needed. It's all web-based, no software to install either. Simply go to our website and log in. So here you can see I created a graph comparing flow versus pressure. I can go in here, I can download it. I got time ranges, granularity. Um, Here we go. Here's 24 hours. I can see that by minutes. Let's switch it over to hours. I can see that data. I can go in and edit it. I can easily add more tags, whatever they need to be, change any type of settings, add multiple accesses. Very simple. Over here, I can create comparison reports with custom columns, custom rows. I can sort based on alerts. Here's all my high highs. Here's my highs. Let's sort by max or min pressure. Very, very simple, easy to use. Again, all web based. Um, you can also create other type of reports in here, tabular reports and site schematics. Go into site schematics, which we also call our design studio here when I jump over to sites. In sites, you lay out your SCADA setup however you want. I have a certain hierarchy I set up here. I'm going to go down to this new site and I click on it. And this is where really you get into your site schematic, or also known as your HMI, where you can create any type of UI you want. Now, the cool thing about this is you have multiple overview tabs for multiple views. Here's the general overview, here's an alert view, and you can keep on adding these thumbnails to create different views for a site or different segment of your SCADA operation. It If you click enter, it enters in a full design studio where you have images, libraries, text, and really, if you could think of it or dream it, you can build it. And it all becomes interactive. You got your control pane and states on the side with actions and different options and formatting to really create anything you want. And I'll go and show a couple examples of some of the things we've created. And that's in design studios. Let me show you a couple other ones that we've designed here. Pretty easy again using our design studio. Here's one. Here's another setup here. Here's a pump jack. Here's a gas overview. Again, multiple views. Very easy. No programming needed. Just point and click to do that. Up here, if we continue on, for a site, we'll have the communication section. Let me go down here on one and go to communication. Here, this is what we call our Simply link. This is the current status of our device. Simply SCADA is an end-to-end device. We put a small or microcontroller out there on site that acts like a PLC or Modbus master to gather and collect all the data. So you can see it's up and it's secure. This one's currently monitoring one PLC or one controller. I can see that. I can dive in and see all my sensors. I can go into each sensor, see the highs and lows, sensor address, create everything. There's no programming out on site. We simply ship these out, you plug them in, and it gets it downloads its information from the internet and keeps synced into the Simply SCADA cloud. You get live reporting of all the sensors, the times, the current values and reads, all through your communication system here. When we go over, I'm going to skip through reports for just a second. We go over notifications, also known as callouts. This is where we can create really granular notifications, SMS, email, push notifications to groups, certain types of tags. Let's say I only want to report. Let's click on this one, for example. I only want to report high highs. I want to send SMS, email, and push notifications to my run A9, or maybe it's just an individual sensor to a certain group or group of people, and I can turn it on or off. Very easy to use on there. Alerts. This is also a very powerful tool. Let me go up to one that might have an alert in it. And whenever you receive a call out or anything passes a threshold of a high or a low or a high high or a low low, you'll see it here. And it's a very basic ticketing system. When they come in new, they'll come in with a circle. You get a text message or an alert. and you'll easily be able to visually go in here. Let me reset one real quick. So you'll see that I can see there's a notification right here under alerts. When I click on it, I can now acknowledge right here that it was acknowledged. That makes it really nice for out in the field. You don't have the managers or supervisors calling, hey, did you see that alert? They could open up their mobile phone, open up their web page, and see, oh, yes, so and so acknowledged it at this time. And then when it's completed, simply mark it as complete. Now everybody knows that that has been resolved. Makes it very easy and really reduces the communication in those early morning or late night phone calls when you do receive an alarm. All right, activity log is just a basic audit log, shows everything that's happening. Gallery is a pretty powerful tool. Let me go down to one for a gallery. I can click over here and you could upload pictures, see what it looks like. Your techs could take pictures on site using the mobile app and add notes to it. Over here, we can see using maps, we can see the layout. You can see this one is just being set up. And then when I go over to reports, this is probably a pretty powerful tool as well. So when I click onto a report, when we jump down to a report, I can instantly load a report over here on the right hand side, and then I can click around and see the data from that report. So right now I'm currently looking at casing versus tubing pressure for just this site. But let's say I want to compare this site against that site. I can now see the data. One's a little more faint than the other, so I could tell they're different sites, as well as the highlighting here. Or I could uncheck both of them and see an entire route and do a comparison for anomalies. I also have full control under setup, where I'm able to control all my users, roles, and groups. Pretty much any type of granularity or reporting that I need, I can get to really give access with the mobile app, with the web, who can control, who can upload, who can update, who can delete, who can modify. Very, very granular on that. One last thing I want to get into is some of our dynamic reporting. It's a newer feature that we just launched. Um, Everything on our overview becomes dynamic. This one, for example, I have it set up to be a dynamic graph. This dynamic graph, when I click on it, I could instantly see the value in the trend. I could change it up here or download it. I could also compare against other things on that site and compare the data live. Let's say I wanted this number to maybe open up another report, or maybe this number is actually a set point. When I click on it, it'll open up a dialog box to ask if I want to change the set point. You could interact with any object on the screen however you want using the actions field. That's just a quick little demo overall of Simpliscada. There's plenty more features, but I thought I'd hit the very basics so you can see how to use them, from the gauges to the site overview to reports and notifications. Again, everything's online, web-based, no software, no VPNs, no remote desktop, all online.